Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my attempt at a speed review video. I used to love doing monthly favorites here on my channel, but since I've really focused on project panning, that just hasn't seemed like a good fit for my channel as I'm not trying out a lot of new products. However, over the last few months, I have been testing out quite a bit of new skincare and also pulling in new products to try within my Shop My Stash series, as well as other products here and there. But instead of reviewing those in a monthly favorite style video, I wanted to wait until I had, around 10 products to come back and update you on. If you're not new here, you know I like to ramble and chat a lot in these videos. I'm going to try and keep my reviews concise and not talk on and on too much. If you are familiar with my collection, then please let me know what products you would like for me to turn my attention to next to get a review for, or if you even like this style of video. I have a pretty even mix of skincare and makeup today, so I think I'm going to try and alternate back and forth between a skincare review and a makeup product review. Alright, I'm going to kick it off with skincare because I think I have 6 skincare products and 5 makeup products to review. Let's start off, can't even find the label. This is the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost Moisturizer. I had this on my wish list for a really long time. I don't know if you can tell, maybe not, it's pretty washed out, but I'm almost through with this. I have like combo leaning oily skin in the summertime, and this was a great moisturizer for then. My skin type varies greatly over the course of the year depending on the weather, and right now as it's cooling down, this is not enough. So I would recommend this to someone who does have more oily skin. It's a really lightweight gel textured moisturizer, very hydrating, just hydrating enough if you have oily skin, if that makes sense. It does have that like marine scent, is that the right word, for a lot of Tarte skincare products, which I do actually enjoy in the morning time. I feel like it's a really refreshing fragrance, although if you try to avoid fragrance in your skincare, then this may not be a good product for you. Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I picked this up during the last VIB sale, I believe. I bought this mostly because of It's Just Steph. She has raved about this a lot on her channel, but Samantha March has as well. And I was in the market to add a face palette into my makeup collection because I only had a few. Now I've gotten a bunch in BoxyCharm over the last few months, but when I bought this, I only had a couple. In this palette, you have a contour, a bronzer, 2 highlights, a setting powder, as well as a blush. I have really enjoyed this palette. The under eye setting powder, they call it like their matte highlight. I do find that I have to be really careful with this shade in particular because if I am not really paying attention and accidentally apply too much, my under eyes can look really dry and cakey. So this is not my favorite. And then this shimmer bronze highlight is too deep for my personal skin tone. I have a fair to light skin tone, but if you have a medium or deeper skin tone, I think this highlight would be really great for you. The contour, bronzer, blush all blend amazingly, and I did really enjoy this highlight as well. It's not my absolute favorite, but I didn't find it emphasized my texture too much or anything. Let me just swatch some of these shades for you. So we'll do the contour. This is the lighter highlight and the bronzer. These are really soft powders, and I did just pick up quite a bit on my fingers, but there are some swatches there. I'm not going to bother swatching the like setting powder type of shade. That is the bronzy highlight. As you can see, that is much too deep for my skin tone. And then this is the blush, which is a beautiful like neutral kind of rosy type of tone. It is really versatile and goes with a ton of looks. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I think the quality is great. Next up, I have the Milk Makeup Cooling Water. This is in, you know, Milk's kind of standard stick type of packaging. This is a cooling eye gel, I guess. I've been using this in the morning and I don't find it to be incredibly hydrating. If you have dry under eyes, I don't think this is going to be the right product for you. However, occasionally when I wake up, if my under eyes are dry, I go with something else. But if I just feel like my under eyes are maybe a little bit puffy, this works great. This is very cooling. It contains caffeine in it, and just the like application is just really nice first thing in the morning. I feel like it helps wake up my skin. I don't have much more to say on this. It's just an all right product. Again, if you have puffy under eyes but they're not dry, I think you might really like this product. It was especially great when it was really hot outside because it was nice and cooling, but it's just not hydrating enough for me. I will finish it off, but it's not something I would repurchase or anything. Here's another product that Steph made me buy. This is the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Seychelles. I felt like I just stuttered over that. This is a gorgeous, neutral, glowy blush. I don't know what took me so long, probably because I have 500 blushes. I felt like I didn't need another one that was just neutral. It wasn't like a special shade, but I'm obsessed with this. I wear it as often as I can with my project panning and all that, but it's just so beautiful. It does have that luminosity to it, so it gives you that really healthy glow to the cheeks. I don't find it emphasizes my texture. I do have a lot of texture and enlarged pores on my cheek area, which the blush I'm wearing today definitely emphasizes, but this one doesn't. Again, it's that more neutral tone that just goes well with so many eye looks. And it's primer infused, and I do find it to be really long wearing. Blush is one of those makeup products that seems to disappear off my face with my more combination skin type. It just seems like the oil just seems to eat up my blush, and this one lasts all throughout the day. The Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. I used this little guy. This is only 8 mils almost every single day during the spring and summer, and there's still product in here. You only need a tiny drop when using this if you're using it in the way that I did. Because I'm so fair, this looks really dark and like orangey on my skin. Like, I can't just apply this, even if I blend it in onto my skin. I would look so crazy. I would look like an Oompa Loompa if I just applied this. Like, so on this edge, I'm like really blending it out. And look how dark that is on my personal skin tone. So how I really like to use this product and how I used it all summer was I would have my SPF. I would use this as part of my morning skincare routine. I'd put my SPF in my hand and then put a pump, or probably about half a pump of this within my SPF, mix them together and then apply them. This looked so beautiful, especially on no makeup days when it was mixed in with my SPF. It just gave me a bit of a bronzy glow throughout the day. It helped match my tanned like chest and neck on days I wasn't wearing makeup, but I applied it even on the days I was wearing makeup, trying to use it up. This isn't a product I feel like I need in my routine, but I do see that it's very nice. I wonder if this would be good for darkening my foundations and giving them a bit more luminosity as well. Maybe I'll try that if I ever need to darken a foundation. I'm usually needing to lighten foundations. The Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I'm so happy I was finally able to test out this formula. I did get this in a BoxyCharm, so I was able to choose my shade, but so many of them were sold out by the time I got on there, and I feel like I was pretty quick. So I did get shortbread. It was the closest match that wouldn't be too incredibly light for me. Turns out this is still a bit too dark, but I had done my shade research before, you know, customization for BoxyCharm went live, and this was just the closest one that I could get my hands on. Again, this is in the shade Shortbread. This is described as very light with golden undertones, and maybe it's the undertone that throws me off a little bit too. I think it's a bit too warm and golden. I have neutral leaning warm undertones, and this just made me look a bit sickly under the eyes. How I neutralized this is I loved setting my under eyes when I used this with the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, because that has a bit of a pink tint to it, which is a bit too cool toned for my skin tone on a regular basis. So I'm feeling kind of like a makeup chemist over here when I use this product, but it does have really great medium buildable, like to full coverage. I never had, my under eyes did not look cakey when I used this. And because it is a bit of a deeper shade, I used it quite a bit to cover up my like acne scarring and breakouts, and the coverage on this was really great. Because the tone is so off, I applied this before my foundation if I was using it on my face, and that worked out really beautifully. I know a lot of people use this as foundation as well, and I do want to try that. But maybe if I apply some self tanner, my undertone, like the artificial undertone, would match it a little bit better. That's definitely something I should try in the future. But I am really happy I finally got to try out this concealer's formula, and then if I'm ever in the market for a new concealer, I would be tempted to pick up a better shade match for me. Okay, I'm now going to talk about a product that I despise, and I was trying so stubbornly to finish it off, and I didn't realize how bad it was until I got a new product in, and that is the Drunk Elephant Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense SPF. This is just a sample. I literally have this much left, and I really don't even know if I can convince myself to finish it. Not only is this a pretty, maybe I won't even be able to get it out, and I can count this as an empty as it is. I wasn't expecting this at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got a little. I can't count this as an empty. That's so exciting. Okay, so it is quite a thick white SPF. If you have a medium to deep skin tone, I really think this is going to have too much of a white cast for you. Like I said earlier, I'm fair to light, and this gave me a white cast. Also, the texture just looks gross. Like, I don't see how it could be expired. I've had it under a year. Let me see if I can. Okay, I got a little bit more out. Can you, excuse my nails, see how thick this is? And look how weird the texture is. I really hope it's picking up on camera. Like, this is obviously, I applied a lot on my hand. I wouldn't apply it this thick on my face, but it just doesn't blend into the skin very well. It feels very thick on the skin. It's like very hydrating, which isn't great for my skin type in the summer, which was the time I was using this. But even so, like, it has a bit of a tack to it, but my makeup didn't look that great over top of it. It was really hard to get blended in on the skin. That is one that I liked combining with the De-Bronzy product to help with the white cast, but that white cast is severe. I can't imagine how that looked on someone with a deeper skin tone. So that combined with the texture on such an expensive product is not one I can recommend at all. I also started breaking out around the time that I used this and getting a ton of the white bumps, like a lot of texture on my skin, like on my cheeks. Now, I don't think the SPF was completely to blame. However, right when I stopped using that and started using another SPF I will talk about in a little bit, my skin has started clearing up a bit. Not completely. I think a lot of this is hormonal. I am, you know, breastfeeding and postpartum, and so my hormones are all crazy, and it's all like, you know, in this area combined with masks as well. There's a lot of factors, but my skin has looked better since no longer using the SPF. And like I said, I don't recommend it to anybody. That was definitely not a speed review. Next, I wanted to review my Propa Beauty lipsticks. I did get 3 shades. I got Victress, Finesse, and Her Magic. I did do a Instagram swatch video, which I can link down below. And they also reposted that on their Instagram page, which I'm so grateful for. Propa Beauty is a Black-owned indie makeup brand. This is their only product so far, I believe. I'm gonna swatch these. So this is Victress. I do have these all swatched on my Instagram as well. Finesse. I will also say that their customer service is amazing. I unboxed my package the first time on my IG stories. These are the worst swatches because my hands are so bony. And this one is Her Magic. So they're gorgeous nudes. They are nudes for women of color. That was kind of like their whole mission, I guess, with their lipstick launch. However, me with a fair skin tone, one, I wanted to support an amazing Black-owned beauty brand, but I think they're gorgeous darker nude shades for me as well. As I was saying, I unboxed my shipment on Instagram stories, and one of them, I believe it was Finesse, when I like opened it up, it was all melted and exploded and all stuck in the cap, which I live in Canada, so I don't think it got like so hot in transit. Like I couldn't imagine what happened if they shipped to like Arizona or California or something, because it's way hotter there. Anyways, and right away they DM'd me and were like, oh no, we're so sorry, we're gonna send you a new one, what's your, you know, order number or whatever, and it arrived so fast. So they have amazing customer service. If you want to support a Black-owned indie makeup brand, I would definitely recommend these lipsticks. They have a lightweight, balmy feel. They are on the more sheer side, but you can build them up to full opacity. Like I think you can see how sheer they are. They are called the Luminous Satin Lipsticks. So if you like a more creamy lipstick formula, I think you would really enjoy these. The packaging is really cute. The one annoying thing is they are too big to fit in any of my lipstick holders, but they're also so big that they stand up really well in my drawers and don't fall all over the place. They fit together really nicely in a nice little honeycomb situation. I really enjoy these. The other SPF I was talking about is from Paula's Choice. This is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF with antioxidants and soothing plant extracts. Wow, this is from the Resist line, which is for normal to oily skin, and it's also anti-aging. I thought that sounded wonderful, and I have heard good reviews on this. When I hauled this, I wasn't sure like if it was just an SPF or if I should layer this on top of my moisturizer. As it says, this is step 5, moisturize in the AM. This is hydrating enough for me to use on its own with no moisturizer. I was actually layering it with my Tarte moisturizer because I found this wasn't hydrating enough, but these two combined felt really great on my skin. I will swatch this one as well so you can see the difference. The white cast on this is so minimal. Again, I do not have a deeper skin tone, so I can't say for certain that this won't have a white cast on you, but in my experience, this white cast is way less severe. So again, I have a little bit on my hand and like it blends away to nothing. It's super hydrating and really liquid. It's so runny, it kind of feels like in between a moisturizer and a serum type consistently. consistency. It's really strange, but I actually have been enjoying this a ton. And this is my first experience in trying a Paula's Choice product. I have a few on my wish list, especially the BHA exfoliant, but I have so many chemical exfoliants right now that didn't make sense for me to buy. But if you have any other Paula's Choice recommendations, definitely let me know. If you do have normal to oily skin and are looking for a great morning moisturizer that has an SPF of 50, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. I've been really enjoying it, and all those little bumps that I had under my skin since using the Drunk Elephant SPF have pretty much gone away since I switched to this when it came in the mail. The last makeup product I wanted to review for you is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I do have mine in the shade Light 45W. I am wearing it today and I think it is a really great match for me. I was worried it would be slightly too dark, but it seems to work out great. This is ColourPop's newest foundation release. This foundation is about medium coverage and does have a really healthy finish to it. I wouldn't say it's like dewy or greasy, but it's definitely not matte. I think it's more of like that natural satin type of finish, and again with a medium coverage. I don't find it to be overly buildable. Like if I really want something covered, I would go in with a spot concealer. I definitely do need to set this again on my combo skin, or else it will slip and slide everywhere throughout the day. But this looks great over my pores and my texture. I don't find it to be the most long wearing. Like by the end of the day, it's definitely wearing away significantly, but it wears away gracefully, if that makes sense. Like I don't have patches of foundation missing where it's really obvious. Like if I lean into the mirror and I'm really checking out my base, I can see my skin through it, but there's still foundation over it as well. It's almost like my oils eat away the coverage, but not completely. So this isn't something I would wear if I needed my makeup to last all day long, but it looks great for filming. And let's be honest, half the time I'm doing my makeup at like 2 p.m. because I'm just so busy with my 3 kids that if I want my makeup done for the day, it just ends up getting done in the afternoon, which that's fine. But then I have no problems with this at all. One thing I do have a problem with, and maybe I should try it setting it with other powders, is it is not transfer proof in any way. So I have a baby and a toddler, and if they're hugging on me or kissing me or tackling me or any of those things, my foundation will come off. Or even if I like have an itch or something, if I touch my face, foundation is coming off on my finger. But again, it's fading gracefully. I then don't have just a big patch missing in my foundation either. I can just tell that I have makeup on my hands or on my children. The very last thing I wanted to review for you guys, I am not doing well at the speed review thing, am I? This is the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%. This is actually a repurchase for me, and I did review this on my channel a really long time ago, but it had been years since I had this in my skincare collection, and I'm happy to have it back. This is a high-strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. Niacinamide is a great ingredient for everyone, but I feel like especially for someone who has more combo oily skin or is breakout prone, because I think this does a really great job at helping with my texture, fading my acne scars, because I'm so bad at picking at my acne and I always have acne scars. Like I can't even cover it completely. Like all my cheeks just full of acne scarring, and I feel like when I'm using this consistently, they look less apparent, and my pores always look so amazing with consistent use of this product. I forgot how much I loved it, and I'm so happy to have it back in my collection. Like I said, I've used about a third of the bottle already, and I haven't even had it for that long. I'm not the biggest fan of all of their products, all the products that I've tried. Not that I've tried every one, but you know what I mean. But this is one that I definitely stand behind. and I'm really happy with my results on with my texture and stuff. So I think the combination of the niacinamide and switching my SPF has helped my skin so much after the Drunk Elephant SPF tried to do me dirty. It did do me dirty. So those were 11 product reviews that my rambly ass tried to do speed review style, which didn't really work. Like I mentioned in the intro, if you're still here, let me know what products you would like to see me review next, preferably something that I already own, because I'm trying to not buy very much makeup these days. I am on a low buy. Or if you would like me to review products in a different sort of way, you can let me know that in the comments below as well. Have you tried any of these products? Do you feel the same as me or differently? Let's chat in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!